Alright guys, today's road trip is going to be to Canoe Creek State Park here in Pennsylvania. And so, just to start the videos here, as we enter, we'll see what kind of wildlife we run into, we'll see what the lake looks like down here. It's really pretty. Obviously it's springtime right now, so things are just now coming into bloom. I mean, you can see the buds on some of the trees, but I mean, we just had it's really a cold winter here, so right there you can see the red in some of the trees. And that looks like the hue of the color of the tree itself, actually, so maybe I'm a little mistaken here on the budding, but I did see some on some trees. Anyway, it's springtime, it's all about new beginnings, and I wanted to get out into nature here today because it's in the high 50s or low 60s, and this is such a really cool little park here. They got little cabins, and there's a lake. They actually, I believe they have a little area where bands can set up and things like that, kind of like a little amphitheater type thing, just a really small one. But this kind of meanders up and around. I'm gonna have to come back probably in the summer so you can see how lush and green it gets. There's still some green here, even though it's springtime. Unlike in New Mexico, where I have been filming. Just to show you the variation, I'll show you these little hills. Well, you can see them in the distance there. We call them mountains here, of course, but from out west, these aren't really big mountains, but they're still pretty. They have a lot of trees here, whereas back home, well, back in New Mexico, I should say, we have trees, but most of them are pine trees or hemlock, whereas here they're more hardwood, nut trees, oak, maple. And so there's the lake down there in the distance, if you can see. They got these cute little cabins here. Sorry, I panned quickly there. I'm not sure how many people are going to be out here today. It is Friday. Because I'm kind of on a holiday or a vacation for a month from work and just visiting with friends and family, I kind of lose track of time, which is a good thing. I'm not bound by the clock or the calendar, which is a really awesome, freeing feeling. And so here's the parking lot, and there's the little lake there, which we're going to walk down to here in a minute. And as you can see, there's a few cars here. And there are people out on the lake, and apparently it's obviously frozen over because they're out there ice fishing. And so I think what I'll do is shut this off for right now, and then I will get set up down there and we'll see what comes about. And there's the initial sign as you walk into the park. Welcome to Canoe Creek State Park. You can see the lake. You can pause this if you want to check it out. If you're ever in Pennsylvania, you might want to come. There's 8 miles of trails in the park, as you can see. And this meanders, this little walkway here, down to a bathroom, and then there's a lake, and all those people out there fishing, which is cool. I'm gonna go set up in the sun down here in a minute, and then I'll turn this back on. Guys, here we are and showing you the various park programs that they have here. And this is just a cute little place here with this wall and benches around. I'm sorry about the wind. And so I gotta try to get over here out of the wind so you can hear me talking. And hopefully I'll use my body here as a shield. Just sit down on this wall right here. As you can see, this is the lake. It extends back there, and then the overflow, I believe, is I think right there. You can see everybody out there fishing. Here comes some people walking their children in a walker. But it's quite nice. Yes, there is buds on this tree right here. Now I can have a better look. And so here we are in the spring with new beginnings. And another week or so and it will truly be the spring equinox. So I enjoy getting out and tapping into nature. And if you guys, those that are viewing this, if you can't get out yourself, again, as always, I'm bringing it to you. Energetically, it feels a lot different here in central PA than it does in northeast New Mexico, obviously. There's a little, I'm going to walk over here and see about these bald eagles I can see from the distance. And again, you guys can probably pause it and zoom in if you have to. I forgot about, that's a fall scene, obviously. Of course, we have no leaves at this point, but it's spring and it's starting to bud. And the changes in the season here in Pennsylvania are just